If you or a loved one is battling cancer, having a strong support system can make a huge difference. It's part of what inspired one Long Island mom to make a life change after battling cancer.
Yeah, Jen Tretner started Warrior Workouts to help empower patients and survivors. And she joins us now to tell us more about her mission. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, let's begin by walking people through your journey with cancer.
Sure. So December 21st of 2021, I was diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma, stage 1, estrogen positive, HER2 positive breast cancer. It's about 80% of breast cancer patients have IDC. HER2 positive is much more aggressive. So I knew at that point, because I did have a history of having numerous bilateral surgeries for different lumps in the past, that I would just do a full bilateral mastectomy. So moving forward, I began to plan what that would look like. I met with the oncologists, I met with my surgeons, and my journey really started on January 25th of 22 when I had my surgery. And then February 26th of 2022, I began chemotherapy for 12 weeks and a year of Herceptin infusions.
Wow, so still very recent.
Yeah. And
Yes.
your prognosis?
I'm cancer-free.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much. I had my last infusion March 1st of this year. And yeah, so I still see the doctor and you know, have my visits, but I am cancer-free.
You've had such an ordeal. What inspired you to start what you call the Warrior Workout, and who is this for?
So it started with me because, you know, when you're diagnosed with cancer, cancer takes a lot away from you. Yes. But I was always an avid exerciser, and I knew the importance of exercising in my own life. And throughout my cancer journey, it was something that no one ever talked about, none of the doctors. So I continued to do my workouts with, of course, doctor permission. And it made me feel better. It gave me something to look forward to, and it really kept me positive. So throughout my journey, I would tell my story. I'm an educator, so at heart, I want to educate people. So what I ended up doing was I went onto a website and I told my story from my daily doctor's appointments, and there were probably 4 to 5 a week. It was a lot. Then my workouts, and I just wanted people to know that you can do this while you're going through chemotherapy, while you're having infusions, and you feel better. Fast forward to finishing my treatments, I started to do research. I couldn't understand why it wasn't something the doctor's offices weren't talking about. So I did go to nutritionists that they recommended, but they didn't talk about exercise. And I found the Cancer Exercise Training Institute, which is founded by Andrea Leonard. It is nationally run, but they have trained people in more than 60 countries worldwide. And I started to look at the statistics of how exercise can lessen our chances of recurrence of cancer or getting other cancers.
Let's talk a little bit about those workouts, because you mentioned that you tailor them to each individual. What makes these workouts different?
So what's different about my workouts is I'm looking at the cancer patient and the cancer that they have. So we'll use breast cancer for an example. So a lot of women, once you have a mastectomy or a lumpectomy, you end up with range of motion issues. So the workouts for women who have had breast cancer, I specifically design workouts that will work on range of motion, flexibility, and that will help them to combat or stave off lymphedema, which is very common if you've had lymph nodes removed.
So it really is tailored to that. We're looking at some of the video now of some of those exercise moves. Now, you are just getting the business off the ground. How has the response been from people so far?
People are very positive about what I'm doing. I had the opportunity to meet with New York Cancer and Blood Specialist a few weeks ago, and we're working together to see how I might be able to bring exercise into their practice so that I can help educate their patients. Some of the women that I'm working with have done some of my workouts, and they just feel so much better having gone through chemotherapy and being able to move, and it gives them their power back. Yes.
Before we let you go, you have an amazing story. We'll put your information up, but you have these bracelets because you're all about educating and spreading awareness.
Yes.
What are these bracelets?
Yes. So I partnered with the Little Words Project, and they created these warrior bracelets for me, which I am selling on my website, and the proceeds of the bracelets will go to support 2 of the foundations that I found very helpful in my journey, which is Fortunato Breast Center and There's another organization on Long Island that creates mastectomy baskets for women.
Can you see it? Can I see it?
There you go.
See it? There you go.
All right, well, Jen, you know, we've all know someone who's been touched by cancer, so we really appreciate all of your work here and empowering other cancer patients. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
And if you would like to learn more about Warrior Workouts or read more about Jen's journey, you can check it out on the website or follow her on Instagram. The information should be right there on your screen.